So what do we got? We've got that one, and we've got that one. Which is pretty good. It certainly saved me the effort of doing an on-stream thing. But I don't like doing time zone conversions. These don't even have proper channel names. And this has the links, but you can't click on them. So I was thinking I could either do something based on disk clock, which wouldn't be great for planning purposes, or for clicking on things, or on the historical stream schedule, which would be good for planning, but doesn't currently really have a good provision for like linking to things. And it's not going to be a great aspect ratio either. So I might actually do something closer to this format-wise. That would work good on a mobile, but would still use proportional spacing to time. And since we're running the user browser, we do the time zone conversions, make it linkable, and maybe even if we base some stuff off of Hostable, we can get current live status and maybe even embed. That remains to be seen, though. I'm kind of hoping this for to be a one morning project. And that could be a lot. Okay, apparently I got a new folder here. Or I didn't get a new folder here. Oh, there it is. Do you have an... Yes. Now, I'm guessing we're going to borrow a bunch of stuff from Hostable. Let's see. Stream Marathon has a lot of indirection, so it's not going to be doing direct. Ooh. If we do any integration, we need a Twitch ID. But not yet. So mostly Hostable. Maybe we do a little bit of time math stuff from the schedule, but the schedule is SVG. I think this is going to be straight up. Schedule from videos. Now, are you... I'm not sure either of these are Elm UI. No. Is it just Elm install? I know we're going to need more stuff. And then, well, it might be enough to get something started. And this might not be a bad place to borrow something like that. We're going to need not pin to start. Alright, so there's that, which doesn't dig. I'm assuming this is a Windows bug. I'll clean it up later if it's still there. So initially we're not going to need any requests, but then we might need a bunch of stuff that's going to be like hostable. No, oop. This has to be a local decode. Oh, okay. We probably will end up something with something like that. I hope we don't need local storage. Log. We're not doing SVG, so we won't need measure text. I don't think we need to persist anything. I don't think we need any sockets, unless we end up doing something with Twitch. So let's copy. Only if I wanted to provide host commands for the other people. It's good we're not going to use directly. Run host status. And we're going to have any of that stuff. Browser DOM, maybe file, I don't think so. Task can do as we need it. What are we parsing? Chat messages. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that fancy. Process, HTTP, maybe eventually. Time we're going to need. We can do those as we need them. I can pretty much do these as structures, but I'll probably do those eventually. And URL, not yet. Okay, some of this stuff, if we start doing Twitch things, and it would be unauthenticated requests because we don't want to say, obviously, to log in. I'm not going to do an auto host. That's for chat. That's for caching. That's for IRC. That's for direct hosts. Let's see, persist, imported. And you see HTTP error is a maybe. What do we have to have HTTP error? Self, I don't know if we would really have a self. Oh, is channel separate from users? What does user name look up? I forgot how I used all of these. I don't know if they're going to track game on this. Not videos, not followers, not hosts. Next request, maybe if we get into it, time zone, text size, no. Focus, gonna need UI. That's not a bad one to have up front. Not going to have socket events, not going to have reconnections. That is for IRC stuff. Is user a channel? I think so. That's for schedule data. Oh, the preview version was for the screenshots. Oh, no, not gonna worry about that. Not gonna be that yet. Not gonna have you, not gonna have you. We might have those if we get to live requests. Let's see, single channel status, no. Location only if we get to doing stuff with that. Although, am I going to need that just to be an app? Time zone, not going to have... I don't think we're going to be dealing with anything that cares about that. Let's see, this is for... That was for... chat stuff. Oh, are you not a full... Yeah, you're not a full application. We just passed the URL in. You probably don't have a public folder yet. Now, I think the application form can actually set the title from data. Okay, we're not going to deal with login, I don't think. We're not going to measure text. We might have that. I don't think we need to store anything. I don't think we need port socket. Oh. I mean, that's conceivable. We have icons. A lot of this is kind of maybe stuff. This is assuming that it does exist, which it's not going to right now. Okay, I see. That's checking for a port. This... That's checking for a port. That's setting up a function for which we check for a port. So right now we definitely want to use log. Did I just direct connect to the OBS stuff? Guess there was no real translation there. And then the view here is going to be very different. Anyway. So init, when we're passing that through, I don't think I have anything to do with it right now. Alright, and all this stuff is like maybes. Well... Actually, I'm gonna have some kind of users, aren't I? And that... Would we really call it user anymore? Time zone, label widths. I mean, these are things we're almost certainly going to have. You need a definition for a user, don't you? Actually, we did leave that out, didn't we? The current time zone we need. Let's see, log out is like a specific thing that we did here. There is no update with checks. We don't have chat connection. We have nothing to load. We have nothing to import. Now you see you, I think we'll need later. I don't think I'll do self. Maybe this stuff we just have to look up when we, I forgot what these even are used for. Okay, we're definitely not going to have you, we're definitely not going to have you, we're definitely not going to have you, we're definitely not going to have you. Maybe there's a poll. Response to what? Okay, so that was an explicit refresh button. No, I think those are full-on commands. Okay, so that's like navbar. And this is all socket stuff. This is all chat stuff. That would be useful if we did that later. Persist, export. We're going to have subscriptions. Let's see. That is our message pump if we need it. Local storage, measure text, port socket, IRC, audio. I guess I can get this stuff back if we need it later. Oop. HTTP response. By login. This is... No, that's a user. No, by login user. So fetch users, fetch single. By ID. Huh, it comes back differently. Actually, I might be able to fetch streams by name. I don't know if I need anything else. I actually don't know if I need this. Let's say chat thing. That looks like the chat thing. I might need to just bring all this stuff back if we need it later. We're kind of already keeping around too much junk. Okay, so we're already in, well, we don't have a view module yet. And you're not Elm UI, so you're not necessarily going to even have the right structure. Now the map is Elm UI. The, actually, stream credits? No, that's mostly single channel stuff, so it's not going to be quite the right setup. But I think it's Elm UI. Yeah. Oop. All right, so we're gonna have a message. Host, raid, cheer, sub, follow, no. Okay, I know we need that. SVG is for icons. URL builder. That's for the login. Authorize URL. All right, host, raid, cheer, sub, follow. This one had inline CSS. So you had document, although I'm not sure the other thing supports document. Okay, view style, then we have our layout. And this is where we really just kind of replace everything. And maybe go looking back at things. Okay, so this is not going to have that yet, just yet. All right, so scaled, we could maybe maybe be some stuff sort of like that. Okay, that's not super useful. Case message of... Oh, do we actually have no message to respond to yet? Yep. Well, we've got a got nothing. Okay. And this is just going to be a process of one thing after another. Is this just SVG? JSON.decode. I think I'm actually using this to possibly decode attributes from the view. It was already in there indirect. And the view had that because it was doing the link, so... I'm not going to need that. Probably don't need a lot of this stuff, actually. Case model.auth. Import HTTP log. Oh, because it does HTTP errors. Well, we hope we're going to end up there. URL.http. Ah, the URL module. Did we end up using that? We didn't end up using that. Probably doesn't like an empty let block, though. And, oh, and there's task. I just removed it. Okay. Oh, no. View is... This is backwards. It's UI, view.never. Okay, so you expose message. Oh, but we never had to actually deal with your bits before. Oh, okay. So this actually does say that this can't send messages. Is this thing going to send messages? Not yet. What do we do? UI blah. Okay. And then view, I thought we did that. First argument to document. Okay. We borrowed this from a different application, which this might need to be doing. I don't know if it's going to need to be doing some of this stuff, but it might. Window size is DOM get viewport. We're not really going to deal with resize. No, we do. What else do we do with browser? Oh, actually, that one cared about the height because of scroll time. Although we also used it for text sizing. Wait, that is the wrong thing. Of course, why do I need this? Because our model has it. What do we default these to? Just something. Current zone. Have we actually started a server? No, we haven't started a server yet. I'm going to be in a little Stream Marathon community event, and I don't like doing time zone conversions. These are also static images, so you can't do, they don't have links and things. I was originally thinking of mashing up one of my other projects, but it's actually just not going to be a really good format for this. But I've been trying to copy stuff from some previous projects, and it actually makes getting started very, very slow because there's just so many old links to break. Oh gosh, we're down somewhere else. I probably need to remove some stuff from my list. Well, yeah, that still doesn't help. I mean, I don't. I try to use. Well, I guess I try to use military time. I don't try to live my life in UTC. I mean, the this one put CET, which I think is pretty close. But I still have to convert that. So does everybody else. And we actually do have nothing here right now. Although I would have expected there to be a background color. Oh, I copied a different program. Yeah, she cares about that. App.ports. Oh, even app.ports doesn't exist, huh? Because we haven't hooked any up. Can we just do this? Yep, return not in function. Extra indentation for everybody. Okay, well, that got our color. All right. So I'm assuming it's just going to be some inline data at this point. Now, we did some stuff with some human times for convenience in the map. Although I guess I could not worry about doing any database stuff and just start getting something in. So alternately, we need to be in... Let's see, borrow this stuff from Hostable. Which I don't know if I have that up here for regular maintenance right now. Or do I still have it open? Probably do. That would be our decode module. You don't define users, though. Persist defines the users. As an ID, a display name tags persisted. So we're going to have to be sharing this with our view here. Now you see, this is not a maybe. Well, I don't know what we're going to be doing here, so let's just start with the information we have. Actually, I don't know if this is a display name. This is more like username. Oh, not really doing data yet. Username, string. Huh. Well, no, the last person has an end time. At the very least. Did I use a function to do all of that? No. Right, we used a function to import it into a POSIX. Okay. And that's really what we have at the start. Or maybe that would be a good thing to modularize. Let's say maybe we want to make it a separate file someday. And well, it might still be in a register. Okay, we have user. I guess this would just be a value. And since actually you have start and end, slot. No. Username. That's string. Start. In this case, we know that these times will all fall within 1 day period. And I might want to move that day to the same day for testing. Now, what we actually want to say is like, these are all solid hours even. In this case, that's just Eastern time. We actually have to know EDT right now, if we even accept this format. And this is just going to be a is it POSIX from? Is it millis to or is it to or from? I always forget that. It's 2. Because for most of these, we can just go and fill in from the previous entry. All right, well, let's see if we can get one entry down. And then we need a definition for human time. Want to know about that in the meantime. And we're going to need that package. Which is quite the mouthful. So stream marathon. All right, so schedule. Yes. This is POSIX. Right, you have interesting precedents. All right, now we need to do something with that. And I guess... Well, I did want to transform the ends, although I could do that inline. I think I did something like that with the map data. Hit caps lock. Fix up, okay, we fixed up start times. Okay, we did that. Fix up end time. Let's dot reverse, fix up end time. Well, end time... Now you see, that was actually a maybe, so it could be an indeterminate state. I'm not sure if the roast reverse was part of this or... No, we didn't reverse it back, did we? So it probably was part of that. So we start with nothing in a list. We retain only the list. That's a maybe time, which it's returning... That's the start value. No, that's the function. It's folding over the world. And it's getting the maybe time that was the start of the previous round. Shall we just go ahead and call that? Then again, you know what? For the size of the thing we're dealing with, it isn't worth it. It's like, I hate to be redundant, but for like 7 entries. Okay, so column. We probably are going to have a couple of things here. Like this might actually have some sort of header. This is not going to be a quite the same fill. For now, put a placeholder in for the header, or and that would be a display schedule, wouldn't it? You might end up needing some other things, but for now it's just this. Display slot. You're not just a map. You are putting this into its own column. And right now we have a username, a start and an end. So to start off, we could do something super simple. What do we do here? We define type alias schedule. We need to expose it. Right, and that is like the main thing we're doing here. Okay, so we have something. So this is where, well, it's not exactly the same thing, but let's see. This is hostable. That stream credits, that's the map. Well, the map does a little bit of time display stuff. Oh, we have our own custom time formatting stuff. So that's the overlay. But we would be formatting this, well, we probably want to split hour and day, actually, because it's mostly the same day, but individual time zones might break that up a little bit. So, day, year, date, month. Date with seconds, date with zone. Well, let's date with seconds. We can probably pass on year. All right, so for this, we're going to need maybe 2 things. And mostly we're going to be needing the time. Actually, we could just start with this. All right, so you need that. So you need at least model.zone. You might end up needing more. Like if you want to show where the current time is. All right, so what do we want to display this as? Maybe 2 columns? So that would actually be a row with 2 elements. No, a row. That would be a... Yeah, a row, side by side. So I guess that would make these columns by default. And you would go over there. And you would be... something like that. Oh, another subfunction. Funnily enough, I might actually want to format this differently. This is a slightly more casual use. Round? Probably round. Argument is a list of type list string. Wait. Oh, see, we then have to convert these into text. Okay, well that's not right, first of all. I just copied this. No. I didn't just copy this. Also, that's 1231, which means we went to our failure. Oh, yep, time error. Nope, except expecting symbol T. Okay, so you don't like that. What were we using in here? We were mostly using partials. Okay, so that wants to be... Are there other formats for that? Or is it all offsets? ISO... What was that? '86. ZZ... Not ZZ Top. Time offsets. Okay, so this is strictly numerical. Is New York Eastern? I think so. Okay, so that's 3 to 7. This puts it at, and I'm viewing this in Central as 4 to 8. Off by 1 sounds perfectly reasonable. All right, let's get at least 2 entries in here. No, schedule. Persephone odds. They're going to be 8 to 10. I could almost just not even draw some of this stuff. All right, so LMUI, what do we got to do to make this look better? So you could be with fill. Now, there's a different way of doing this. That's like the simple version of it. Fill portion. At a minimum, so I probably want this thing to have a minimum. Fill portion. Oh, and this is going to be a subfunction. Oop. Hmm. Do I have... I see your width fill. Is this the header causing us to shrink? No. Oh, no, or maybe this actually is filling. But we don't have content there. No, I'm not seeing any evidence of that. Oh, maybe text can't fill. Hmm. Oh, or maybe we just hadn't compiled yet. Okay. So that's our 1 to 3. We might want to change the text size, but that could probably go up a little bit by as it stands. So I'm going to break up the time display. Well, really, what I want to do is only notate the date when it changes. That might be getting too fancy, though. All right, so we've already got some differences in time here. So we also... Where is... So the minimum and maximum will end up depending on other things. So right now, this is 157. I'd say, as it stands, we could go to around half of that. All right, none of this stuff has a height. I guess we'd want to make the height of the entire thing based on that. This is going to have to be a more absolute unit. Height, fill, maximum. I guess we did set it to a minimum. And it wouldn't be fill. Oh, or just there we go. Height, px. So straight up timestamp difference is not going to be necessarily it. But we can start with that. POSIX to millis. And all the parentheses in the world. Right, so I probably did something from my stream credits that let stuff scroll off. We don't have credits. Delay up here? Height fill. Font size. Clip. That's the problem. Oh, are we a little bit centered here? Oh, no, our heights are just that big, I guess. Okay, so there's the thing that's doing that. We need yet more parentheses. And we need to be inside this one. So this is going to be by thousands of seconds. Or milliseconds. No, that's just the footer, which we have to fix the footer now. Okay. So we must be centering right now, which isn't really what we want. Let's take it to... we want to do some proportional scaling here. It's starting to look a little bit better. Now, what was I doing? Because I thought, oh, maybe it depends on where I put the in front. Well, there's layout. Although ultimately we're going to be aiming, actually, no, that might be fine. Because ultimately we're going to be aiming to, we would like this to just kind of fill the screen. So that will depend actually on the height of our screen, which means that we will actually need the start to end time of the entire schedule. We're going to have margins and stuff in here too. And we have to deal with the first and the last of the list, both of which are maybes. And maybe we can wash that out. List.head, maybe.map, .start, maybe.with default. And we're fairly confident it won't happen, but we can't really tell them that. This has to be Middle East to POSIX. Last. And I guess actually we should just do, since we're doing math. And then this could just become 0. I tried. Maybe not map. Maybe not take a nap. And this probably is going to need its own min and max stuff. So if we divide that by the total range, that would get us a approximate portion of the screen to fill. And if it was a row item, that might kind of work. Maybe not. Is this integer division getting us here? Oh, we have to remultiply by whatever our height is, which we haven't passed down here. That seems roughly proportionally right. So let's get that would be a background. Element.background. Background dot color. Now this color is what? RGB. Okay, so you have your own definitions for these. We'll start with full yellow and check on it later. So, red-green? So floats probably means this, right? This would be font.color, probably? Do you have stock colors? No. Actually, that doesn't seem like quite the right yellow. All right, I have to do a modifier for this. Are those 100%? So 100, 0.73, 0. Oh. And technically, we can get a little bit more precise than that. All right. So that is not doing what we want there. So actually what we need all right. So I guess you still need height fill. Okay, that's working, but we've got our header in here that we're not accounting for the size of. We're also going to have to do a little bit of... That would be... Well, you are doing stuff in a column. Is it always pics? I guess so. What should really be, I guess... I don't know if who we count that against. I mean, it's close enough. So actually, in this case, the footer does not necessarily need to be an in front. Nor do I really care about the font as much. All right, so we have username. Maybe that should be at the top as well. Is that even a thing? It's not a thing. All right, so we have to account for well, we need the start and end time, which is local to you, so it's not just a simple function. We also need to get the actual window height down here, which we haven't done yet. Which is actually just straight up part of the reason things are weird. Although the math would be off too. And maybe I need to set a minimum on that so it does scroll at some point. All right. So that is still something. If we get the rest of the schedule in, this might actually be better for this. It at least starts to become useful. So we go 10 to... No, that's the other time. 10 to 1. Should be 1 to 5. And secret kitty cat should be 5 to 7. And I am 7 to 9. And Angela, Teen Live. It's 9 to 3. Wait, no. Oh. Okay, so this has 9 to 11. Okay, well, that's obviously wrong. Oh, those were in 12-hour. Uh, 21. Ooh, 21, 23. Right, and then this is the scale we were going to before. Yeah. I was looking at the 3 before, making that look large. Okay, so that has that much. Can I make that height fill portion? We're missing an intermediate fill. No, that's height fill. Gosh, I have to get rid of this. There we go. So it does not seem to appreciate the very, very large fill portions there. There is something down there. I mean, I think the default fill is like fill portion 1. But should actually mean it gets crushed. Could I... Well, let's see. So whereas after 2, we did blah, 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 blah. That doesn't help. Even going back to that with it as fill portion. Nope. Is there anything on here that's like... min width. Actually, it's fill very, very large number. Flex grow. Wait, this isn't a rescaled value. Rather, it shouldn't be, because we were calculating pixels off of this just fine. Did I mess something up here? No. I guess there's something weird with the internal math then, where it does not do large fill portions well. Oops, we removed the wrong one. Or maybe I actually made an error in how we translated that? First, now I'm wondering about my reloads. No. Alright, that won't work. I guess I could try to do that. I could make one more attempt where we converted this, instead of doing range, we did 60 minutes times 60 seconds times that to turn it into hours, which would be a relatively small and manageable number, I think. Yeah, we're probably tapping this at the wrong spot. Oh, that's the wrong number of hours. What the heck? What the heck are we even doing? So that's millis. Okay. That should get us down to seconds. That doesn't seem to have changed any. Maybe it's the integer division messing us up? Yeah, that hasn't changed at all. What the heck? So this is obviously a parenthesis issue here. Okay, so you are unambiguous. Oop. Oh, yeah, that probably is a parenthesis error. Not quite sure where that crept in. Somewhere in the conversion between the pixel and the other one. Okay. But even with nice numbers like 2, 3, 4, 2, fill portion is still completely failing us here. And you just... Or is it this thing that's not working for us? It's always the bottom that's pushing up. No. Oh. So fill is more than fill portion. I thought fill was just fill portion 1. No. I guess I don't understand how this works then. Fill equals fill portion 1. Well, okay, so this is operating on 2 different levels. This is like a subcontainer of the larger row, so I'd have to do list concatenation to make them all play nice. Wait. That's footer. Wait, this is going into a column. And that gets pretty close. And I think that we'll actually have a limit here of the text. Now, what we can do is set a minimum height on this. Let's see, so this is... Okay, so one nice thing about Chrome is that it always does the size stuff. This doesn't do general responsive. No, that's what that's supposed to be doing. Minimum. Ah, this is all supposed to be one thing. So it can grow, and I mean, it could probably be a little bit smaller than that. It doesn't account for text getting bigger. So right now we don't need schedule range. Oh, and our index is requesting style, which we don't have much. We could get that out of there. Just because the syntax highlighting gets annoying sometimes. Although, no, if we start doing API calls, then it's not a completely single page app. Although this could be an inline HTML tag easily enough. All right, so other things we need. We want to text username. Links. We want that to be new tab. If you're keeping the schedule up, maybe. Or maybe you just want to go there and get the current one. URL is just a string. Okay, so actually you are a list of attributes. And then you have specific things. Yeah, so I've kind of had the Twitch theme thing going on, which doesn't blend too well with 2Hall stuff. Let's see, column. Or like 1 pixel off. Also, did I take my footer off? Yes. Maybe for this I actually want to right align that. Align bottom. This is actually getting kind of large. And could that then go in front? Oh, I was actually punting window height in here. Well, we didn't have a, we haven't actually gotten our window height. Or no, model that window height. Which might still look better for text sizes. Or if we actually got that working. Display header. You should have actual header things, shouldn't you? Or is that font? That's a table. I mean, maybe that's a heading. Color size, family typeface, external, align. And I think we have paragraph. So text, L, basic elements. So no, there is no standard. Oh, there's text layout, paragraph, text column. Yes, there's no standard heading. Okay, so that was an image of the 2Hall logo. That was an image of the 2Hall logo. Could we actually set this up with the same proportions? Width fill portion. I don't think we need lines. These might need more padding. Hopefully we'll get the dates. Oh, that's right. I wanted to maybe have space to do dates in here when it changed. Okay, we have a compiler error. Oh, because we left this here. Ah, now you see now, that doesn't have spacing. Where is... Could you do that? Would it have the same effect? No, it would not. Oh, and then some of that's the padding of... No, that just has the padding 10. Huh. Let's display footer. Okay, so you had spacing 5 between. This row didn't do anything. I guess I did take this out. And that changes the okay, that changes the overall size of that. We have an align center? No, it's center X, center Y. No, we actually need text alignment for this, I guess. Just font.center. Or not. So I guess we have to do what? Maybe we have to do U in an L that's width fill. But that one was width fill too, so... Yeah, I mean, or the other thing is we just center the sub element. So we make U not anything. Center X, center Y. No. Oh, because I'm doing this thing. I'm looking at the other one. You may want to apply it to that too. Wait, why did that change the size? So it changed the size and didn't center it. And we also want larger text, but this is getting crazy. Well, okay. It's font.center. Nope. Extra weird thing is that, like, this text was actually centered before I did a line. Nope. This arrow. Are you already filled? Okay, so you're there. I just have to make you... doing that right actually means getting the window height. It's in... Well, you can do two things. There's an extension which you can add to the panels in your About section. And I actually set up a web page version of it, which I think this scene might be default muted. So I can just switch to that, but that's just a web page. What part are you stuck at? Yeah. Let me... Right, that's going to be a little bit weird. Extensions. Well, this is my extension, so it's not search for it. Oh, I have access to my testing version. Actually, a couple testing versions, but yeah, it should just be a search. And this should show as already, yeah, uninstalled, configure. There's nothing in, yeah, there's nothing really there. So you actually have to go into your panels to add it. Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, it's actually like doing an API request to do your videos, so that makes it a live thing. Conceivably, I could do it to return an image, but then I have to like do image generation on the server side. Maybe store those images somewhere in the, well, I guess that would just be the same as the CDN we're using for API requests right now. Yeah, right now it's doing an API request to get that and then format it. So that makes it live content. And once you have code running like that, it could be doing anything. You know, Bitcoin mining or whatever. And thanks for the bits. So that's why they have the whole extension approval process. And well, it has to be an extension and not just here, add this link. Twitch doesn't want unchecked stuff running on their site. So to do this right, we should be, well, we're moving towards constant size. Well, the bigger the height gets, the more space we'll have. So that will kind of work out. But I'm actually... Oh, I wonder if that's how we do it. The column. And they are indeed columns. cheesy as heck, but I guess it'll work. Oh, well, as long as the others are filled, it should be kind of okay. All right, and what of this do we actually need? That appears to have been unimportant. That appears to have been unimportant. So I guess that leaves us with font center. And then so we had so we've got like heading size. I forget what it all makes sense to. We've got like time size. We've got name size. And I forget if this is scaled up or scaled down. Oh. I was still using you somewhere as my default. Oh, which was actually shrinking things down a bit. Okay. Display slot. Let's see. You don't have height. Display schedule. We should probably just start moving model through here in case I start doing any live stuff. Which means we really can't actually type this at all. All right, let me do sizes for you. Let's see. So we're going to have the stuff in here. Is it font.size? I removed the thing we're using that. Font.size. Time size of model dot window height, assuming we fill that in. I'm actually not familiar with elm trees. I would not recognize one if I saw it. And hello. How you doing? Is it title size? Yeah. I'm doing okay. I guess I was hoping this thing would come together a little bit faster. Okay, so it looks like that is actually smaller. Huh. Oh, no, I did do it here. We want to do this here. So it's all of the heading. And then we need to change our understanding here. So this is up. Actually, that might not be too bad. So let's see. Display header. You could probably be what? Font dot bold. And that might actually be a straight up different font. I don't know. All right, for times. Fill between. So I think I might want to make you into a row, separate those, and see if we can eliminate duplicates. Well, it's next week. Maybe need to make that more obvious. I guess I also need to check all these links. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, it should be that. Oh yeah. How about that? Yeah, let's just get back on the 2-hole. And these people probably won't be on. I've not checked up on the state of the DDoS a little bit here. Okay, well. It looks right to me. Yep. So we got all those typed correctly. All right, so we want date, month, day. Date, hour. Actually, I guess I only really need date, hour. But that would make it clear that it's a time. So I'm doing a bunch of manual formatting here. I mean, I guess making an AM/PM thing wouldn't be hard. All right, so that removed a function that we used to have. Oh, so actually, what we should do is make that our sub function. Oops. Although does this, how does this handle this would be a row. Skipping days. So I think what the other one, what I had to do was put a dummy L. And maybe alignment would also do this. Oh, you're a string. This is going to be an element. And then you, what were you, text? We took it and put it into text, yes. And then these calls now get elements of text. Which I guess maybe this isn't the best pattern anymore. 139. You have to be a nothing. Okay. So this turns into a kind of fold, I guess. No, not test. I want it to be comparable. And we can test if it works by putting the expected result in there. Right, because we only did it for the top. Actually, this would just never display it. Oh, I have to recalculate that, I guess. And then you've got your date, so... Well, I guess somebody could end up crossing days. So you're going to have to get that passed down. That's going to turn into a different kind of operation. Oh no, you do have to update in the middle of this. So we need to know what this thing returns. So you're actually going to be on that one. Oh no, this is going to be start date. And we need to calculate the end date out of here, which I guess would make you do that. So this is going to be, I think it's left to right because we want to do this in order. Or do we just recalculate this every time? Well, I would have to dig into slot. I mean, we'd still have to have access to the prior slot. All right, so function, accumulator value, actual list. Accumulator value would be, well, we have that and you actually have to be the accumulator, don't you? Maybe we want to leave that alone and do like display. Model slot. Oh, you need the accumulator. A to B. Return A to B to B. Is that the wrong order for doing a... And then it ends up taking an accumulator. Well, A is the slot. B is the accumulator, which is that. And it has to return accumulator again. So you still need to get this. It'd be there if it was this available. Now, do we just need to calculate this and pass? Oh, even prior slot would work here. So we need to call this. With something. And yeah, this is the accumulator, so that's going to give us a single entry. We want to I'm going to have to do stuff to do a reverse on this. I want to append that to there, and not going to be that. So then it's going to be the month day of model.zone and slot.end. So maybe that's not as crazy as I thought it was. But this is now a foldle, so we have to do tuple.second to get out the actual list. Oh, that's right. The model is technically in a different module. And display slot accumulator. Expect it to be list element. List of start username. So that wants slot to. Oh, display slot. Okay. That does in fact reverse. Would that work? Well, that might get our... The order is right, but it's iterating in the wrong order. Can I manufacture time.zones? Well, the other way to cheese this a little bit would be just to go into our schedule and... Well, we haven't set this up easily to put things into next days. Because, hey, everything's in the same day. Well, that might not be enough with time zones. Oh, right. And equals... And that gets noted as being on a different day. So that, unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff we want to do. I'd like to do something about what the current time slot is. Which, I guess, if we got the time as of the load and maybe a time refresh. Because we have to figure all the colors. Hmm. The start and end times were a little bit redundant too, but I don't have an easy fix for that. We'd actually almost want to work backwards and say if the end time was the same as the prior start time, and you don't display that. At which point we have like a prior date and a next time. Let's see. So I've still got like a bunch of Twitch stuff. Maybe we can get some of that in, but we've done 0 check-ins so far. So we need to ignore. Elm stuff. Bin is fine, JSON is fine, public is... something in public is not. Okay, monitor JSON index, style, SVG, SVG, log. I don't know that I'm actually using, or we're not logging any, we're not debug outing anything. So that's a little bit of a head thing. Schedule main file view. That's more of a if we get into network requests thing. So things that would be nice. Do we have... No, I didn't have a time in this one. This would follow a little bit more from how the schedule did things. That's hostable, that's stream credits. I haven't actually looked at that one yet. It's its own world in some ways. Not following videos, schedule from videos. So you do current time, current zone. And we do that. We start out getting time. That is just a field in our model. Okay, we had already put time in there. Do we have, no, we didn't have that in here. And did we did have a slow poll on that. And that would be if we wanted to do network rate control stuff again. Oh, I just copied zone, didn't I? All right, so we have a time. Probably easier to do current slot. We still have... We have range. We don't really have like it as a first and last that we could check between. We're also not using this value anymore. So doop 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 doop, but that's to a third. We're doing comparisons. We're gonna have to do that. Because that's a... Now you see, you're actually going to be like int, which is a little weird. So there's in the entire range, and there's in a particular period. Which... No, we're already breaking out start and end. But we're breaking those out as POSIXes. So we'd have to convert this back. Time dot millis, nope, POSIX 2 millis. If time dot POSIX to millis start. This is more just a Boolean, isn't it? And pick one to include the boundary. So one thing we want to do is, for testing purposes, change this to, what is today? 12th. Well, yeah, -7, that makes sense. So we've already got that yellow there. We have a no-op attribute. I guess it could be like border 0 if it's not in. Border is a separate module, isn't it? Oh, right. We don't have a defined color palette right now. Maybe we should. Okay. So, if in time range, model.time, start end, and 10 is too big, but to start. Okay. Okay, so that was actually pretty easy. We don't have like a line traveling across telling you exactly where you are, but oh, actually we are. All right, so current time slot. I guess given that, the live status might not be as big a deal. I'm going to have to take this down anyway. We probably need HTTP already installed. Right, we have to do it for the error messages. All right, what do we need? I guess the main. Can I use login name? It'd be nice to get the display name. I think I might be able to just go ahead and. That would be the user info. So then this basically follows hostable. All right, users, logins, maybe. Events, no. Game, actually no. I mean, we could say if they were playing one of the relevant games. Stream ID, username. Kinda okay. User ID, display name, tags, persisted. In this case, oh, we were using persist.user. We were using persist for all of our structures, weren't we? Because we had to persist stuff. Export user event. Oh, not stream. Hey, where's stream defined then? Just find there. All right. Let's see. Tags are internal data structure. Persisted was our internal data structure. If I match up, oh, we need to decode the username to. Well, do we know who we requested for? So in Hostable, all we're asking is that we add a user to the list. This would be like the login name. User. Actually, have they gone and added this stuff to streams? Well, what's documented here? User ID. Oh, yeah, there's login and name. So as long as I can query by that, we don't need the extra query. Well, no, because that's only going to work if it's currently live. That's the rub there. Also, I'm going to need to get an ID for this. And it should deal with that part now. Applications. All right, stream, marathon, local testing, HTTP, localhost. Actually, it's probably going to be this whole thing. Not that we're actually going to be doing authorization. Website integration? All right, so we pull this off. Oop. What I might be able to do, because these guys should also have, well, any of these should have an example file. Edit source. Twitch id.elm.example, or did I just do the example before? Elm.example. Oop. And then we do source Twitch id.elm. Wait. Did they require everything to have a... No, actually I can't do Twitch integration, because you have to log in. Unless I go and add it to a backend like I did with schedule from videos, but schedule from videos doesn't deal with currently live streams. So that's all we can do here. Without asking somebody to log into Twitch. Let's see, there is no Elm uninstall. I just closed that, didn't I? Did that add... I don't know if that added... Well, actually, we might be able to tell from Git. You weren't my Git window. We started adding decode, which we can't actually use because we can't make requests. Yeah, for a one-off event, I'm not going to worry about getting a backend for it. We'd have to have, I guess, mainly this stream check. Although the username updates would be nice too. So basically, all of the leftover code is going to be in fact useless. That schedule from videos. Oh, whole data, different project. I don't know if there's... Conceivably, we could do select copy. Can't use that. Haven't run into needing any of these. We're not going to need request limits. One of those might have been the select thing. Not sure I can do a whole lot with URL stuff. Oh yeah, those were not useful. You have anything in view from that? Oh, we were questioning if we wanted to do a different display there. Although, I mean, I guess most people involved in this are going to be at least English speaking. We don't even need this much. Now, I did size this for a smaller space. What? Oh, we're not, probably not even running. Needs a little bit of padding too, couldn't you? Maybe not as much. Oh, but then we have to duplicate that up here to make everything match up nice. Still not a great color scheme. It's actually weird. I think we're done. Unless I want to go sampling more colors. So that had faded out image. That used the green. Also, maybe what we could do is a little bit of the dynamic sizing. I think when we did look at this, yeah, you look terrible. You look terrible. You look sort of okay. You look kind of terrible. You look kind of terrible. I just removed all the window size stuff, didn't I? We got window height, window height. We can just go get that from, what was from stream credits? All right, so we have a message. Window size. Int. This is where we need the DOM stuff. There's our update. And we had one more. Yank. Subscriptions. What do we do here? Windows size. All right, browser.events. And browser.dom, I think, are the main things we needed. Oh, we actually had that. Could you Oh, actually, we were already doing size relative. Oh. Hmm. So are you just like super tall? Is that what's going on? Well, the minimum width on this stuff just needs to be a lot bigger, I guess. Well, it needs to be somehow size relative. Or actually, hmm, hmm. So it's like this looks good. This text just needs to stay smaller. And back in our non-view, this is, admittedly, we've had our debug window open this whole time. So we're not, actually, we're not even getting the full effect of this. So that probably needs to be smaller in general. I was just dealing with a very, very narrow view at the time. That still crams up. And our minimum was an absolute pixel, so our minimum is actually more like how much text do we need there? So that's a text size. Whatever that means. Oh, I guess we could kind of also do this kind of stuff with it. Is this relative to the width? Do we actually use window width for this stuff? Because it's limited by that. I was using height for the well, because it is portion, and maybe I was just getting a lot from the minimum here. Should you defend on the window width? Because that will partially address header. The types of issues we're having here. Oh, that's wider, so We need to adjust that. Also, column size might need to be... Yeah, it got a little bit bigger. The time size we actually took down. But we were thinking it might have to be a little bit smaller anyway. Oh. That's the smallest our text gets, huh? Oh, maybe... Two float height divided by 30. Because this was for a different application originally. So max is going between... Modular at 1.25, that's the scale between steps. The larger of these two... So that's actually setting the minimum size. And this we must have put into one and not the other. Well, I guess the way we do that... They won't let us use floating point. I understand it from the font scale perspective, but ooh. Wow, that was too much. And, oh, that must be hitting our minimum size. Actually, that column size is... I need like a minimum of my minimum. So it's stretching better. That almost just needs like a maximum on it or something. Yeah, and we did everything based on width, and that's kind of small again. Actually, I never ended up doing anything with this, so our ratio is just a little bit off for that as well. One to 5. So that would help a little bit. Now that value's not feeling so good. Actually, now the different padding's bothering me, because those aren't lined up. Oh, that's not it. Oh, they are different font sizes, aren't they? Oh, and that's... You see, now that's super cramped. I mean, it scrolls, that's fine, but doesn't get any of the proportionality. Right, because we did all our initial work at the one fixed size. Oh, you could do negatives for smaller sizes, that's right. I thought there was something there for that. So that like barely fits in this screen, and then it's tiny on this. Okay, so you're a 360, so that actually is a small screen. Sad thing is, in the small screen, you almost want a little bit more of the constant size thing going on. Where it's just big on that. Well, the modular sizes were a nice idea. I mean, I guess it scales somewhat. I guess these all have pretty similar height. And it does adapt to that. Maybe I should be doing like some size factor that's based on the height and the width. Yeah, okay, so I guess that's actually a very, very similar view to this, because it's in that sense it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's just this is... Right, because it's going 1-to-1 at this ratio, so that's small, that's big. It is fitting it to the screen. Maybe that means that the pixels themselves are effectively larger, so that's okay. So I think this probably doesn't need to be scaled in the same way. What we really want to do is take whatever we're doing there and say we want 7 characters there and 7 characters there and some space. Okay, that's too much. Okay, so that holds up relatively well on the column size front. And then we get really big text with a desktop monitor, but no proportionality here. Which I guess is, what's that a factor of? That's a factor of the, I guess, the text size in general. Oh, I guess there's probably a 0, huh? There's a negative. Yes, that looks big to me. If that's on a tiny screen. Maybe modular isn't right for this. I just want to do a straight up. Well, it's based on some size. That size is based on height divided by 30. Which maybe that's a thing that's relative to my other application. Oh. Hey, Jesse. How's it going? Just trying to sort out some sizing issues here. Is that better or worse? That's sort of better. Yeah, I was trying to get it to do local relative time zones. Make things easier on me and everybody else. Also links to channels. Okay, so that is actually just too big across the board. Well, you see, it almost looks better there. It's too big here. Of course, I don't have to make this as giant. it's so big here that we've lost all sense of proportionality. I guess that has a different aspect ratio. So that's good for you. And way too cramped for that. Maybe I have to do something with height and width. Actually, I originally wrote this against height because it was for the stream credits, which cared about up-down travel. I was initially getting cramped on width over here. Yeah, one thing I don't have an easy way to do is to like fake my time zone. I don't even know if the library has a way to just make a time zone. You can do here, and you can do, well, UTC would be something. No. Stream Marathon, init. Actually, it doesn't hit the UTC, so if we just don't update it. Yep. And there we go. I don't actually display the time zone on here, but it's going to be user local. Unless our time zone check fails somehow. So I also don't have a good way to. I don't think there's any way with any kind of helper that tells me like anything about a time zone. There's nothing I can really do with it. International, that's a JavaScript function. Yeah, it's in data you've loaded yourself. Not immediately helpful. So I've been watching things in a while. How are the servers doing? All right, so we're trying to find something that looks good in multiple sizes here. Well, no, I know you were playing 2-Hall. Were you actually able to get on? And I guess I'll just have to check on earlier today. Okay, cool. All right, so that's kind of ugly for that. That's kind of okay for you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I might have to do something else different. I might have to do something different today. So what's this is just really, really big compared to the mobile displays, I guess. Maybe we need to do max and a min. So, thank you. First of all, these are confusing. What are you taking? I guess that's technically going to be floating point numbers. And so at least is max, and at most is min. So this should be able to become at least. And then, all right, so that puts us to here. Now, I don't know what that value is resolving to right now. Well, we know it's height. I don't know what height is. We could ask... good look on the window right now. Body... Actually, it's width we're going with. So 937... 46 is too much. That's only, what, 1530? Okay, so that's a little bit better, but also still not great. It's a little bit smaller on those things. Ooh. That really hurt these, though. Was that this? Or is that the 20? Oh. Okay, it was that. Do I have these backwards? At most says the minimum of yeah, that would be correct. I never used you, did I? Why is that affecting these smaller displays at all? So that should be well within. Well, at most of a smaller number would definitely have an impact. Why is that even affecting you? Probably gonna be super spammy. 2430 coming out of there, so something definitely hit it. How the heck did it do that? What? Okay, so the 480 grid before we got dimensions. Oh, so we're still passing window height to some of these things. But you're custom scaled, so it's not that. Right, 2014. Is this the mobile scaling thing? I might not have set that up. I just opened this directly, didn't I? Right, so we're actually getting different numbers. That's why it's messed up. All right, so... And I don't know this is the right thing. Because there's just a little thing you have to put in. Something... Eh. Oh, okay. So now we have some problems with some of these, some of the margins and things being maybe a little bit too big for those. Okay, so that's looking bigger overall. So what were we doing? Do we need this? I mean, that makes it, should make it basically nothing. Oh, that was doing something all right. Right, and we had cut this down, which helps that a bit. Now you're kind of tiny though. I didn't make a very big difference in that one. Because that's not hitting this at all. Why is it not hitting you? I guess because we're hitting 15. I help that a little bit. We might need to scale our margins too. But then this is too big. So this is actually too big because of height, not width. Maybe I need to be using like a min of height and width, which I probably need to do back here a little bit, just for convenience of everything. Scale's kind of the wrong word. And here I need window size again. So with the mobiles, the things we're looking at are primarily... This would be like a min, the smaller dimension. We have to add this in multiple places. And then in our view, Oop. Okay, so that's kind of okay. That is kind of okay. So that's, the desktop is actually the only one that's bad now. Maybe we could fix up the margins a little bit. Is this our maximum thing? Oh, but you... No, that's 27. Oh, maybe 30 wasn't the right number. That didn't actually affect things much. I guess it's a very narrow... We're basically devolving to constant font sizes. Thank you. That's getting a little bit proportionality, but like that only gives us a range of 15 to 20, so it's something. And I guess a full desktop view will actually have a little bit more height because they don't have the debug window in here. All right, so spacing. So it's there, it's there. That has the model. That has the model. You have your own spacing. So this was originally 5. I don't know if scaled would actually make any sense for this. Especially given that it's limited to there. Divided by 3 would get you, well, that would still bottom out at 15. Get a little bit of variation? Or is that even like... Now, that's the factor going into modular. We could actually do something. Right, because nothing's calling it yet. Item spacing, model dot window size. Okay, yep, that leaves us much too big. That actually gives us a 10. Now, I'm not sure how fast this thing accelerates here. 4, okay. So that adapts a little bit. Still kind of big here. It's just always 4. Which is smaller than 5, I'll give it that. Actually, this is going to give us a 20 to a 15 to 20, which is probably going to kind of end up being the same. So if we gave you actual height, because that's what we're concerned about here. That's divided by 20, around 15-ish. Okay, so that leaves us huge. We need to be in the range of a lot less than that. Well, this is going to be like our original target size, wouldn't it? And then on these, we'd like to see it a little bit smaller. Well, okay, so the iPad has a big screen. All right, so not everything we wanted. Would have been nice to have some live checking and stuff, but that would require people to log in. One other thing we could do, well, if I actually publish it, then yes, we could do that. So where are our links? Set the other links. So label is just text right now. Do we need this part of that? I just need this part of that. This is a column, so this needs to be a row. With a little bit of spacing. Is it not? Yeah, that doesn't apply here. Oh, maybe we have to do width fill for spacing to work. Maybe. But I thought that was an absolute thing. Okay, I guess it can't space those things. All right, well, we can't get stuff from API. So have to do this the hard way.
Well, it's probably also
Actually, oh, we didn't do it that way. probably could have just downcased these because I think that it always has to be a variation. You are also capitalized. Oopsie. Capital T. Oh, you're right. I was typing it too much. Actually, that was probably a repeat on something. That just kept on typing. Would have noticed that as soon as we started displaying stuff. I think Rainy also does capitalized. Yep. Liger doesn't. Yep. I've never really bothered. And live is capitalized. Is that... Yes. And we did not rename one of these. And did I actually do a type for you? Yes, I did. Oh, I pulled these out as fields. Which is now a little bit less convenient. All right, well, that's mostly size tweaks. Let's see, so we've got that. Did I? There we go. So I guess the only other thing I could possibly do is the like easy host raid commands. That'd be useful to us. I don't know if it'd be useful to anybody else. So maybe if I feel like it, I'll do that at some point, but I do want to get to lunch right now. All right, let me see. We're changing a few things up. Well, I guess in this case, everybody's seen this schedule, so that event's coming up next week. I am usually on at around these times. My main project is the Hades Boon chart right now. Sometimes in this time slot I do 1 hour 1 life code stuff. But I've been wanting to get my other project done at the moment. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Jesse for bringing some friends. Oh, and for some bits. Let's see. I don't see anybody I know doing One Life stuff. Do I see? I see some electronics coding. See, so that one, yeah, that stream's almost done. That might be almost done too, but I think it'll go a little bit.
That's
If you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, Finite Singularity says they're working on some RGB stuff. Not sure exactly what they're doing with it, but it's going to be some coding and or electronics things. Actually, I see a little scrolling display there, so that must be what they're working on. Everyone's someplace cool to hang out. That's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye, and until next time.